pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Madam Clerk, would you kindly call the roll?
Allenson?
Here.
Carmody?
Here.
Fishbein? Laffin?
Here.
Regan?
Here.
Reynolds?
Here.
Tata?
Here.
Testa?
Here.
Marone?
Here. All right, and moving on to a brief recognition of the Fritz and Ponhill for their achievement. Mayor Cervoni?
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. I think our schools don't necessarily really get a fair shake. We have some tremendous programs that produce students to go on to do exceedingly well in life. You see that if you attend graduation. But it all starts at the beginning. So we are pleased and honored to announce, or to recognize, it's already been announced, that 2 of our elementary schools in town have been recognized the Connecticut State Department of Education as schools of distinction. And those 2 schools are Pond Hill Elementary School and Mary G. Fritz Elementary School, and we have certificates that we'd like to present to representatives from the school. I see the principals here, if you would. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Moving on to the consent agenda.
Mr. Chairman, first, I'd like to note on 3P, there's a typographical error. The name should be Tracy Becker, not Tracy Baker, so I will be moving that as amended. And with that, I move that we accept or approve consent agenda items 3A through 3O, 3P as amended, and 3Q through 3S.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. There were no items removed from the consent agenda for number 4. Number 5, public question and answer period. Does anyone have a question for the council? Sir?
Bill Salata, Chief of East Wallingford Volunteer Fire Department. I just wanted, it's not a question, I just want to thank the mayor and the council for all your support over the years to the Volunteer Fire Department. With the vote tonight, it's a great morale booster. Your support really shows us that you care about the volunteer fire departments and what we do. So I just want to thank you guys, people, for all what you do and approving that tonight. So thank you.
Thank you very much. We really sincerely appreciate the work that your guys do, keeping our community safe and so on. So keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Mr. Kellogg?
I know I don't have to, but Larry Kellogg, I live over on Stetson Street. So my question being is, I really would like your definition of urgency. What does that mean to you? It's not a hard question. What does urgency mean?
Urgency means it needs to be done in short order.
Okay. So would you consider something that happens 10 weeks ago urgent?
I would not.
Okay, so I just wanted to get that straight. Not picking on you, sir.
No, understood.
I really am not. Councilor Testa, I appreciate you getting back to me. I really do. The clarification was really good. I revisited your town charter, and I agree with you, what you said in here. And so apparently there's really nothing you can do, the whole council, to resolve my issue, which is a safety issue in town.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm sorry, if you could just speak into the microphone. They're not picking you up on
I'm
TV.
sorry.
Oh, no.
So there's really nothing you can do to resolve the issue other than taking 10 weeks to write a memo to the police chief. Now, does any, Vice Chair, you also responded to me. You said the council or the town is working with the state. Who in the town is working with the state? Those were your exact words.
Yeah, so the letter, the engineering
Says,
department was
it's
going
my
to write.
understanding the town is working with the state.
Right.
Who?
So the engineer was writing the letter to the police chief, who was then going to forward it to the state.
So when I called the state today, they didn't know what the hell I was talking about. 10 weeks later, this is an urgent issue, a safety issue. The light is obviously, and even your town engineer agrees with me, that it's out of sync. I mean, thank God nobody's been actually hurt. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, there was an accident over there. And God only knows why that was, but who knows? So 10 weeks, we get a memo to the police chief. Who in here can tell me that police chief sent that to the state?
You know, I haven't heard anything about it. Mayor, I don't know if you have an update on this.
I do not, I apologize, and I'll look into it.
Okay, so when I called the state DOT today, and I apologize for my outburst last time at the last meeting, I really do. It was uncalled for. But when you talk to people around my neighborhood, I walk all the time with my little pup, no big deal. And I'm out of time. But anyways, they talk about urgency. They talk about people that, or the Josephine, that her little pup got killed 2 years ago on that road. And Mr. Laffin, I have to honestly say this. At the last meeting, you said not me, I would be willing to spend $110,000 to save any life. Well, I honestly believe the council should take you up on that with the no free shelter. Thank you. Those were your exact words. If you go back to the video, you can see that. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else with a comment for the council? Okay, moving on to number 7. I will open a public hearing regarding an ordinance appropriating $3.9 million for the replacement of various school boilers and elevators and authorizing the issuance of bonds of the town and notes and acceptance of such bonds in an amount not to exceed $3.9 million to finance said appropriation. Do we have any comments from the public for the public hearing? Going once, going twice? Mr. Kellogg?
Again, I'm looking at taxpayer money here. Do we have a breakdown
sorry?
of what schools, what boilers, what elevators, what schools? Do we have an actual breakdown of this? It's not on your agenda.
No, it was included in the backup. I don't know if the clerk has a copy for you.
We don't get that when we go onto your website.
Mr.
and
Chairman.
Look at that.
Representatives from the Board of Education are coming forward to provide the information.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening. If you could kindly introduce yourselves for the record.
Danielle Blizzy, Superintendent of Schools. Good evening.
Dominic Barone, Business Manager for the School System. Good evening.
Mark Deptula, Supervisor of Buildings and Grounds for the Public School System.
Thank you. And if you could, so the question was about if you could just specify which boilers are being replaced and which elevators are being replaced.
Sure. So we are looking at 4 boilers, 4 schools for their boilers. So DAG Middle School, DAG Hammersholt Middle School, Moran Middle School, Highland Elementary School, and Rock Hill Elementary School in terms of the boilers.
Okay.
In terms of the elevators, I believe it is DAG Hammersholt. There are 2 there. And then Mark T. Sheehan High School, there is 1 elevator there.
Okay, perfect. Any other questions from the public? Mr. Kellogg?
Here's the price breakdown.
Again, can you give us a breakdown of what the cost? You $3.9 million you want to bond for 4 boilers and 3 elevators.
Correct.
Can you give us who, what, where, when, how? You know, basic questions that the public is going to ask or should be asking.
Right, Mr. Barone, can you give us the cost on those?
Okay, so DAG, how many? Mr. Deputy, we have two boilers at DAG, okay, and the estimate is about $700,000. Moran is a two also? Moran is two boilers, the same amount. We're thinking 650 for demolition and construction and 97 for design and oversight for both of those two schools. Highland is, I believe, two.
Two boilers.
And that one is 400,000 for demolition and construction and 60,000 for design and oversight. Rock Hill is another two boilers, and it's the same as Highland, 400,000 demolition construction, 60,000 on design and oversight. The DAG, the first elevator at DAG is a $200,000 elevator, and we're estimating 300,000 for demolition and construction, and then 45,000 for design and oversight. And then the Mark T. Sheehan elevator is a demolition and construction of $725,000. And we're also anticipating filing what's called a DRIP grant to offset some of the cost on one of the elevator projects.
Please, you have the floor, sir.
Okay. Define oversight, please. What's that mean? Does that mean you have a construction boss on site overseeing all the projects, basically? Just to give you a background, I worked at Millstone Power Station. I handled a lot of construction projects there. So when they say oversight, oversight to me means a lot. Oversight means that's the inspectors, that's the people overseeing the actual project to make sure you stay on budget and within the specifications of the contract itself. So does that, what oversight means to you?
So oversight is completely handled by myself and, other members of my team. It's not an outsourced item. It's something that's lumped in with the cost.
Mr. Deptula, I'm sorry, if you could get into the mic.
Sorry.
Thank you.
So that is carried out by our team, and we've been very successful. Cost overruns are almost non-existent. Extras are normally negotiated to the point where they don't cost the town anything. We recently completed several jobs where credits offset the extras by quite a bit. So it's worked out very well. This is really the final stage of the boiler projects. Once we're complete with these, we'll have two schools, but they're future projects. We still need to wait 5 or 6 years before we approach those projects. I hope that answers you.
Okay. Sheehan School is supposed to be replaced within the next couple of years, right?
No, not that I know of.
I thought there was a proposal to combine the two schools.
So the Board of Education has approved a proposal to combine both of the high schools, which is something that we are working on the Board of Education side, but it has not been brought to the Town Council for any approvals as of yet. So, we've replaced the boilers there, yes, but in terms of whether there's going to be two schools or one, those next steps haven't been determined yet. It hasn't come here for an ask yet.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Anyone else on this item? Okay, bring it back to the council for questions. First, I will close the public hearing and bring it back to the council. Councilor Tata.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So my concern is about the Sheehan elevator for $725,000.
Right.
I think we had. No.
That's right, continue.
Okay. So my concern is I'm okay with everything else in this. The Sheehan elevator obviously is a concern for me for $725,000 because, as was stated, I think that the future of Sheehan is kind of in flux just because of the the Board of Ed's vote to combine into one high school. We don't know where that building will be, if it will be a new building, an existing building. So I'm hesitant to spend $725,000 on something at Sheehan. But is the elevator not functioning at all at this point, or is it just, it needs updates?
So well, I'll let you
I
go
can
ahead, Mr.
approach this.
Deptula.
So the elevator is no longer in compliance with the state elevator code. It's mandated that we change that elevator out or stop using it, and that would eliminate any access to curriculum on the second floor for the ADA clientele.
Sheehan only has one elevator, and it frequently breaks down, and it's original to the building, and so replacing the parts and consistently fixing it is becoming more and more troublesome. And so to your point, if whatever decides and what happens with the two high schools down the road, that could be 6-7 years from now, if the town goes that way. And so that's a long time for our students not to have access to the elevator at this time. And it's the only one there.
Okay. And so to your point you made about being out of compliance with the state, so what does that mean? What is the state telling us if you don't fix it?
They could tag it out, and we wouldn't be able to use it.
Okay, so then it would be on the school to make sure that anyone who needed use of an elevator would have to have access to only the first floor?
Correct. So when it breaks down, because it did break down this year as well, it has every year. Typically, the administration there will move classes for those students to the first level so that they have access to their classes. And so it could take a couple of weeks to get something to fix, and then that's an inconvenience to everyone because they can't access the second floor for their education.
Okay, understood. Mr. Chairman, with that, I will make a motion that we approve the ordinance appropriating $3.9 million for the replacement of various school boilers and elevators and authorizing the issuance of bonds of the town and notes in anticipation of such bonds in an amount not to exceed $3.9 million to finance said appropriation.
Second. Okay, motion is made and seconded. Any other discussion on the motion? All set? Okay, seeing no further discussion, Madam Clerk, would you kindly call the roll?
Allenson?
Yes.
Carmody?
Yes.
Laffin?
Yes.
Regan?
Yes.
Reynolds?
Yes.
Tata?
Yes.
Testa?
Yes.
Marone?
Yes, and the motion passes. Thank you very much. If you want to stay where you are, item number 8.
I want to get the handouts. All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't think so.
I don't-
We read the title of the
I don't
motion.
think so. I think we're okay.
All right, moving on to number 8, discussion of possible action regarding a collective bargaining agreement between the Wallingford Board of Education and the Wallingford Education Association, effective 2026 to 2029. Mr. Testa? Okay, thank you very much. Madam Clerk, did you get that? Okay. Perfect. I'm sorry, Superintendent, please continue.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Good evening, everyone. I'm just going to do some highlights through this contract this evening. So as you had mentioned, it's a 3-year contract. We have approximately 553 teachers. I want to thank the Board of Education members, Mr. Votto, Dr. Reed, and Mrs. Reynes, and Mrs. Allenson, who joined us for a few, town councilor. Thank you. And so it's a 3-year contract. We, over the 3 years, have successfully negotiated an 11.61% increase. We did do a wage adjustment in the master's track for 2 years of the contract. If you take a look at the first year, it's a total of 4.19% overall, broken down by GWI and step increases. Second year, it is a 3.91% total, broken down by step and GWI. And in the third year, it's a 3.51% total, broken down with GWI and step. One of the other highlights I wanted to go through was to look at the insurance. We were able to work successfully to negotiate in 4 of the prescription edits into this contract, meaning prior authorization, exclusive specialty, specialty drug rules, and cost relief. Those are ones that are in the town contracts, and so we work to have them the same on our side. There is a grandfathering in for our staff on the prior authorization edit there. We worked with the teachers for the employment year. Currently, they work 188 school days. We have negotiated to be, starting next year, it'll be 186 school days. Under independent studies, we are instituting a $250 independent study stipend for our teachers. We typically have a number of students at the high school level at either high school that participate in that. We worked on our reduction in force language, made some changes in regards to seniority. So we added an additional step in the beginning so that it's building seniority first if we are riffing any teachers or reducing sections or staff members there. Family leave illness, we have changed from 5 days to 7 out of the 15 that they get every year. Under the sick leave bank, which is something that is already in their contract, going forward, starting at the beginning of this contract, we will not be withdrawing the substitute rate out of their daily pay for their 45 days if they are donated to them. We made some language adjustments along the way and some language cleanup, but I did want to highlight the workers' compensation section where we have, we will pay the difference in what the teachers receive on workers' compensation for 12 months, and if there are any absences that go beyond the 12 months, there's a difference in the pay. The teachers will be able to use their sick leave from that. And the last piece that I wanted to highlight was the extracurricular and co-curricular activities. Every year we review this list. We are going to be giving a one-time sum of $6,000 at the start for them to add some new clubs, and then there will be increases every year. Typical to what we practice now, we meet with the committee and review all of the activities and clubs that are currently paid for, and the teachers are able to then swap out clubs that are more popular for students, some than others. And I do want to highlight there are a lot of teachers that do run a lot of clubs without getting stipends. So this is at least a start for us to start to include some of those.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And before we go to the council, so just so the public understands, the only effective motion the council could take on this would be a rejection. So if the council takes no action, then the contract would be in effect at that point, or after the 30 days expires. So moving on to questions from the council, starting with Councilor Regan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On the workers' compensation, after that 12-month period, you say you can take an additional 30 weeks if that's what's available to you. What happens when that is completely exhausted?
So then they are, if they're still out on workers' compensation after they go through their sick days, then they would receive what the workers' compensation pays, but no difference in pay. So I believe it's like 75% of their pay, I believe. So we're just paying the difference.
And that's in perpetuity?
Yes.
Or until the case is settled?
So the workers' compensation piece would be, on that end, would be the 75% until the Workers' Compensation Commission or whomever closes and gets maximum medical improvement or reaches MMI, and they close it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. On to Councilor Tata.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to bring up for the benefit of the public, we were discussing some numbers. So this is a large union, one of our larger ones, 550 members, if I recall correctly. But just so we know dollars and cents, because obviously budget season comes and that's when we need to fund the contracts that occur during the year. And so this one in the 26-27 year is an additional $2.28 million over what it is now. In the year after that, it's 2.219 million over that. And then in the third year, it's another 2 million over that. So the total over the 3 years, and correct me if I'm wrong, is 6.57 million, correct?
Correct.
So I just wanted to put the numbers out there because obviously, you know, we know without any other changes in town at all, without any other unions, without any, you know, doing anything else, we're already looking at the next budget year, 2.28 million above what we're doing now for just this one union. And I'm not saying that's, you know, good or bad, but that's the effect of this. So when it comes time for budget season, you know, that's the dollars and cents. So I just wanted to put the numbers out there so everybody knows what the numbers are. So over the 3 years, it's a $6.57 million increase over what we have now. And that was just all I wanted to say. So thank you for your work on this.
Welcome.
Thank you, Councilor Allison.
Hi.
Hi.
First of all, I wanted to compliment everyone. I was in one of the negotiations, and I thought everybody was amazing, extremely professional, and it was a wonderful experience for me. I apologize. I had a family emergency that precluded me from joining the other two, but I do want to preface my question with just saying a really great job by both the teachers union, the union representatives, the union and administration. So thank you for that.
Sure.
I mean, I never expect anything different, but you know, I think it goes, recognition is always deserved. So the question I have, based on the questions just asked, so where did we come from as far as the cost share on insurance?
So the cost share, I believe we left it where it was, the same for all 3 years. We did not increase it.
It's been 21.5?
Correct.
Okay.
And it will stay at the 21.5% for the 3 years.
Okay, that's fine.
Which when we compare it to some of our other contracts, it's higher.
I'm
It's pretty
kind
high.
of thinking that, and it's hard to, like, you know, want to talk through, but, you know, I recognize that this is a very large union, and it kind of erodes the benefit of negotiating pay when you get less on your cost share, so I can understand. But, you know, wholeheartedly, I look forward to supporting everybody in the budget season.
Thank you.
I understand very much that teaching has changed since I went to school for teaching and didn't end up teaching because I didn't like it. So kudos to everybody who actually has made it their profession. I admire you all. So I think this is, you know, it's well-deserved. I think that it's putting Wallingford schools in a position to retain and attract great candidates. So I appreciate everyone's work on that. Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And we do have a fabulous teaching staff who work very hard. And so it is deserved. And so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Anyone else in the council? Councilor Carmody.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. I had a quick question about where these salaries compare to surrounding towns or comparable towns our size.
Sure, great question. And so when we do a lot of these negotiations, we do get a lot of our comparisons. So when we took a look, if you take a look at our 6th-year top step, we are one of the highest around. So if you compare it to New Haven County in general, which is sometimes how we get the breakdown. But why we did the wage adjustment for the master's lane or track, this is the second contract that we've done that, is because that top step for the masters is very low. So we are very low in comparison to school districts around us. And so we felt it really important that we review that, and we, the best we can, a little each time and a little each every 3 years to increase that. So we are competitive with the surrounding schools. Good. So I would say for the top step for 6th year, we're good. And we're getting there on the master's
Good,
level.
glad to hear. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, seeing no one else in the council, any members of the public want to comment on this item? Okay. All right, Matt.
22 years at Millstone.
So there is no motion on the floor, so thank you very much.
Yep, thank you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you.
You too. All right, moving on to item 9.
Mr. Chairman, I'll open with, there's going to be 3 motions, but I'll open with the first. I move that we accept a resolution authorizing participation in the National Fitness Campaign and acknowledge a $35,000 grant award.
All right, motion is made and seconded. I think I saw, Ms. Batista, if you'd like to step up to the dais. Good evening.
Good evening. For the record, my name is Vanessa Batista, Director of Health.
All right, would you like to just take questions, or do you have something to present to us?
I have a quick rundown of the
Please.
things. I'm here tonight to request approval for 3 items related to the National Fitness Campaign Fitness Corps project. Those items are the National Fitness Campaign resolution, the appropriation of opioid settlement funds for the project, and a bid waiver for the Fitness Corps equipment purchase. The project supports prevention, physical activity, mental well-being, and access to free outdoor fitness for residents of all ages. The proposed location is the Quinnipiac Linear Trail at the community lake. It was chosen in collaboration with the Parks and Recreation and Public Works, and it meets all the siting requirements set by the National Fitness Campaign. The fitness court will offer free outdoor exercise, more use of an underused park area, support for opioid misuse prevention through healthy activity, a safe, visible wellness resource for the community, opportunities for community programs. To cover the local match, the Health Department and YSS are proposing the use of opioid settlement funds the town has already received. The National Fitness Campaign has awarded Wallingford $35,000 through their statewide grant program. Tonight, I respectfully request approval for these 3 items so we can move forward with the procurement and begin working with engineering, Public Works, and Parks and Recreations on the next steps. I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. On the first item, Councilor Allenson, all set? No questions? Councilor Tata.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening.
Good evening.
This might apply to kind of all 3 items, but so there's no taxpayer money being spent on this, correct? It's the opioid settlement and the grant, correct?
Yes, it will cover the complete cost of the project.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
All right, seeing no questions from the council, any questions from the public? Okay, I'll take a voice vote on this. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve a bid waiver for the purchase of the fitness court system from the sole source provider National Fitness Campaign.
Second.
Any discussion on the motion? All right, members of the public? We'll take a voice vote again. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Abstentions?
Aye.
Motion carries.
And Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept the National Opioid Settlement Funds and approve the appropriation of the funds in the amount of $185,236 to revenue account 250-4002-45200 and to expense fitness court account number 250-40050-58880 TBD for the Health Department.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion on the motion? Any members of the public? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Moving on to item 10. Report on progress and status of the new town plan of conservation and development, including a list of all participants, meeting history, review of current structure, and plans for completion according to state deadlines. Councilor Testa, this was your item.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We was in a discussion not too long ago with colleagues and some others that reminded me that the new plan of conservation and development, as I understand it, needs to be revised and accepted sometime next summer. And I just hadn't heard much about it. I know we have representatives from the council on it. But I just thought it'd be good as we move forward to just get a handle as to what's been going on and where it currently stands, and what are the expectations for when it's going to be completed, and will we meet the deadlines, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I know we got some information today, and I know Mr. Pagini wasn't available to be here tonight, but Mayor, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, Mr. Pagini does send his regrets. He did circulate an update, which I believe the council received. So began working with the department head meeting in July 31 of 25, and the update gives you a timeline of what's occurred since then. And then I think on our tables, we had an announcement that Thursday, December 11th, will be a public meeting kickoff at the Wallingford Public Library Community Room. So the plan is, progress towards the goal is well underway.
Perfect. Councilor Testa, any other questions?
No, that's okay. I didn't get that backup information. My aforementioned email problems. So could somebody just forward it to me or
Certainly.
resend it? I would appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. And I forgot to mention that Mr. Pagini is available to all of you. You can call, email him, and he will certainly give you more information if enough wasn't provided this evening.
All right. Anyone else on the council with questions? Okay, no action to be taken on this item. Seeing no further items on the agenda, happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and this meeting is adjourned.